In Judaism, we mark special moments, milestone moments. The age 120 is something that is very, very special and meaningful in our tradition. Our greatest prophet Moses lived to be 120 years old. It's an age of accomplishment. It's an age of joy and celebration.
National Council of Jewish Women strives for social justice. And we strive for social justice to make the world a better place for women, children, and families, and to ensure individual rights and freedoms. There are 4 means that we use to work for social justice. There's community service, where communities look for unmet needs and try to fulfill them to better individual lives. We use education, where we have community forums to educate the community on a particular issue. Advocacy is when we meet with legislators and other decision makers to try to influence public policy. And by influencing public policy, we can affect a lot of lives. And the 4th means is philanthropy, where we raise funds to ensure that we can do the work that we do to make the world a better place.
What's so great about NCJW is that these are activist women, mostly volunteers, that come out and are so dedicated to trying to change this country. There are a lot of moms I've been talking to here. Their kids go off to school and they have some free time and they're using it to try and change the world. And I think that's really noble. And another thing that I think is really important about NCJW is that they advocate being an informed American, participating in civic events and being informed and educated about the world you live in.
Detroit was one of the first sections after Hannah G. Solomon in 1893 created the National Council of Jewish Women as a force for social change on behalf of progressive Jewish women. We've been on the cutting edge of practically every social change movement in the United States and in Israel over these past many years. The Detroit section has a very, very active membership and has given us many, many wonderful national leaders. Joe Weiner, who was the local president here in Detroit, and she became our national president in the late 60s, led with distinction. We have many other national leaders who've been on our board through the years, and we're very, very proud of the relationship that we have at National with the Detroit section.
Community services is one of the primary tools we use in working towards social justice. We look for unmet needs in the community and develop projects to meet those needs. In the 1960s, we developed the Orchards, which is now the leading foster care agency in Michigan. Another one of our important community service projects is education assistance.
We are the oldest community service project that NCJW has. It began in 1902 with one fund, the Ginsburg Fund, and we gave out interest-free loans to needy Jewish students. Now we have over almost 40 funds.
In 1974, National Council of Jewish Women met a great need in our community by delivering the first kosher Meals on Wheels that we have in this entire community. It was geared to elderly who couldn't make meals for themselves. Children's Advocates is a program that we have with the Oakland County court system. We train volunteers to be independent advocates for each child that goes through the Oakland County court system where the judge feels there's an unsuitability of the guardianship. We go in, we'll go to the homes, go to the schools, possibly go to churches, prisons, any place that would be necessary to find out where we can go and put the proper placement of the child.
Clergy, social service agencies, psychologists, and counselors refer their clients to our highly regarded Space for Changing Families support groups.
The program offers support groups for people who have lost a spouse. We also offer support groups for persons who are divorced, also adults who have lost a parent. We've also run additional programs for children whose parents divorced and for the parent.
Wrapped in Love, where our volunteers make fleece blankets for children who are removed from their homes by protective services. Literacy Outreach, a program that involves reading and tutoring elementary students in the Coleman Young Elementary School in Detroit.
Safe Place is the only kosher domestic abuse shelter in the entire area. It is a shelter that is fully furnished, fully equipped, and best of all, it is confidential. If a woman needs protection for herself or for her children, Safe Place is the place to go. Jewish Family Service provides the social services that are necessary to give these people the courage to be able to go and stay temporarily in a safe place.
Today we are packing 1,000 backpacks for homeless and needy children in Oakland County. We started with 25 bags and now do 1,000. We started with one school and now we're covering all of Oakland County.
NCJW volunteers found that children with disabilities didn't have the opportunity to use community playgrounds. To meet this unmet need, NCJW built the All Kids Playground at the Hess Hathaway Park in Waterford. It is the first universally accessible playground in Oakland County. It is used by children of all abilities.
We've also worked for equal pay for equal work. Women still do not earn the same amount for the same jobs as men do. And so that's an issue of deep concern to us. We're working day in and day out and ensuring that the safety net is secure and is there for women who are raising families and because of no fault of their own find themselves having to try to worry about daycare for their children, a job, support, services, health care. We are looking to support those kinds of programs, and women at the end of their life who depend on Social Security or Medicare for their well-being. That also is being threatened in our country, and we are out there speaking out every day to say that people who have paid in to the Social Security system over many years, or who have been taking care of their parents or their children, have a right to affordable health care, have a right to long-term care, have a right to live out their lives in dignity.
In order to improve the lives of women, children, and families in Israel, we maintain an office in Jerusalem that oversees our Israel granting program.
We have been dealing with community service projects in Israel before the start of the State of Israel. We also have two granting programs in the State of Israel. The first, Yad B'Yad, or NCJW's Initiative to Nurture Knowledge, supports grassroots organizations serving at-risk children and families. The second one is called Women to Women, which is an organization dedicated to supporting grassroots organizations and advocacy efforts and empowerment grants to local Israeli organizations. We also work to advance the status of women in Israel through the Women and Gender Studies program at Tel Aviv University. This is the first gender studies program developed in the Middle East. We also do coalition work in Israel that involves social action and advocacy in areas of poverty, food insecurity, tolerance, coexistence, and the promotion of equal citizenship for Israeli minorities.
Like all nonprofits, we are always looking at new ways to raise funds through donations and special events. Our largest fundraiser is our 3 resale stores. We opened our first store in 1934. Our redesigned home consignment store on Woodward sells furniture, home accessories, and art.
Tributes provide major support for many of our philanthropic programs that benefit women, children, and families.
This is our 3rd Women of Vision annual fundraiser, and we are here with our boutiques.
But this store creates money for us to take into National Council, and we do amazing things. Every little bit we do, to me, is the reason I'm in this organization, and I love being in it.
We have our guest speaker, we have our luncheon. We have over 300 people here today who are making a difference in the community by being here. The funds help us in order to be able to have our community service projects that we do and to do the advocacy work. So all of the shopping here today goes for our projects.
I've been able to do things I never thought I'd be able to do through this organization. I remember the first time I went to a national meeting and I saw all the very intelligent, articulate women who were there from across the country, and I thought, gee, I wish I could be like them someday. There are a lot of opportunities for personal growth. We do leadership training. We've had people come in and do media training where we learn how to sit in front of a camera and be comfortable. Each time I attend a meeting with these women from all over the United States, I feel so energized.
I really enjoy the camaraderie, the friendship. These are bright, energetic women who do good works, and I'm proud to be part of them.
It has given me a new life. The friendships I've made and the amazement of the professionalism of all of the women that are involved kind of gives you a real high. It's been very important in my life.
It has given me so much more than I have given it. Friendship, a sense of empowerment as a woman.
I've met some wonderful people, and when I had a personal problem, my husband was ill, I met people who really didn't know me that well, but were so helpful and very supportive.
As a former social worker, I find that a lot of the things that, or most of the things that National Council does really resonate with what I believe in and what I like to do. I have an opportunity to use some of my skills as a social worker, working with the Rainbows group, working with the parents, as well as all of the wonderful community service opportunities that there are in the organization. It really fulfills a need to keep doing things for other people. And I really enjoy being with the other women. They're bright, they're knowledgeable, and they're a lot of fun. So it provides both a social outlet as well as a politically and community service outlet.
I think NCJW is an incredible organization. Why a woman would not want to be involved, I don't know why. I think the younger generation is the future of this organization, and there's so many wonderful things that they do. There are a group of us that are starting a next generation group, and we do many projects. We're in the schools, we're at shelters, we're doing Meals on Wheels, we're doing wonderful, wonderful things, and we would love to see this grow because we are the future.
It's such an honor to stand here with all of these fabulous, amazing women. And I look forward to another 120 more wonderful, fabulous, informed, activist years.
We want to leave this world a better place than we found it, and the dream and vision of Hannah G. Solomon was that Jewish women have a contribution to make and must make that contribution and must speak out and must really work every day to make a difference in the world.
Roll up your sleeves, get involved.